It's your boy EC22. This is the FairWeather Fan channel, man. Please like, subscribe, share, most of all leave comments because I want you to join this conversation. And we are back. The dynamic duo, myself, along with Coach D-Way, who had a great vacation over there. I think he over there with sand and water,
bro.
You know what I'm saying? And Mai Tais and little drinks with umbrellas.
I can't lie, man. I couldn't get a crocodile in my suitcase for you.
Man, I tell you, had one assignment. Assignment.
Man, I tell you what, one thing I had to do, but man, they frown on those live crocodiles coming on the airplane. I don't know why. I thought they'd fit perfectly above in the bin above my seats, you know.
Yeah, you ain't talking to the right people. That's all it is.
But it's a good time, good trip, and super excited about obviously being back and being with you again. And so you just do what you do, and I'll try to hang on tight for the ride.
Hey, man, that's what we do, man. Let's go ahead and get started real quick, man. I want to bring this up again. We talked about it last week, and so we're going to bring it up again today because we finally got a resolution. The WNBA CBA collective bargaining agreement is in. They came to terms, so there will be no lockout, but they're on a fast track to get this season started. They will be extending the season a little bit for a couple of games, but man, this is a great step in the right direction when it comes down to getting this collective bargaining agreement done. The women did not budge. The players, the players of the WNBA did not budge, regardless of who said anything. You got the He-Man's Woman Haters Club out there saying this women just be thankful for any type of deal. But these women knew their value, they knew their worth, and they wasn't asking for a whole lot of money compared to what the men what the men are getting. What's going on, Lou? So looking at the new collective bargaining agreement, the deal is officially boosts the salary cap to $7 million in 2026. And that's a substantial higher. I think the last one was 1.5 salary cap for a year. Now they're going to $7 million salary cap. And by the time the end of this collective bargaining agreement, it could reach a maximum of $11 million per total cap.
So for the viewers and for me, and I don't know who, Alicia Boy, Melgreen.
What's going on, Alicia?
WSP, what's up? I lost my train of thought. I guess my question is, where's this money coming?
Oh, Dave got a little froze right there on me. So Dave was asking where the money come from. We're gonna wait till he get back right.
There.
Can you? Oh, he froze up a little bit.
You froze up a little bit.
So the money's coming from basically the money they have in the WNBA, right? So they did. I don't know if you heard the news, but they actually first time in the WNBA history they was able to turn a profit of $16 million, which half of that goes back into the business. You know what I'm saying? Without going into the details, the other half goes to the players, and so each team has $8 million to differentiate between all the players, stuff like that.
Nice.
Giving them the revenue share growth, but the money's there because when you start talking about billionaires, I mean that's when you start looking at a Boston Celtics player like let's say Jaylen Brown, who got a $300 million contract, and you talking about that's the $300 million contract going for one player for 5 years versus $7 million for a whole team. In a year. So when the women was asking for more money, the He-Man Woman Haters Club came out and started saying, oh, then they don't deserve more money because their games. It's like they wasn't asking to get paid $30 million.
Yeah.
They were asking to get paid more than $250,000 over 4 years.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%. You know, the argument for a lot of us, there's J-Dub.
Yeah.
Now management and front office personnel need to find ways to increase viewership. Yes. Merchandise sales. Yes. And sponsorship ad sales. Yes. And yes. Jay, you're all over it.
So I'm gonna address that real quick. So the viewership is what it is, right? The viewership has been up more than it's ever been since it came into being in 1998, right? When it comes down to paraphernalia, when it comes down to sales and stuff like that, the one thing the WNBA do better than the NBA is when the vendors that are at these games, they're going to sell more product than when you go to a men's game. There's a lot of product being sold, right? People are buying jerseys, people are going out there buying keepsake souvenirs for their friends. But the WNBA do it a whole lot better, even with the kiosks, the different things outside of the actual franchise team, like different kiosks and vendors that come in. People are there supporting because the people that support the WNBA, they know what it takes, right? They're going to be there. So that's never been an issue, right? When it comes down to sponsorship ads, we're starting to see that now. We're starting to see them, the Cameron Briggs, the Caitlin Clarks, the Adrian Wilson, them getting in some of these Nike ads and stuff like that. And all that do is bringing more viewership, right? So the it's already there. The formula is there. They're already working it. All of this is contributing. And then you got the unrivaled. Because whether you want to separate it or not, with the Sephora and all these different sponsorship that goes to Unrivaled, they're a direct link to the WNBA. So all that is already there, right? And so, I mean, the women, they're on a great, great track, right? So all the women have to do now is just play basketball.
Yeah, no, I don't want the women to come back next year and let's go through the same song and dance again. Okay, that.
No. See, that's different from the women and the men. The women, they was having early 5 o'clock from starting like at 6 p.m. to like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning meetings, understanding that this is a 7-year CBA, right? So they're not going to come back. They got everything they wanted. What they mainly wanted was revenue sharing, right? They got 20% of revenue sharing, which is up from 9% of the previous CBA. So the women, they were trying to give him like, they asked for 25. The league came back with 17 for 15. And then they were able to make a compromise at 20, which is great, right? You know what I'm saying? So this is, the women is not going to ask for more money. And this is, and like I said, this is the misunderstanding, right?
Okay.
When it comes down to the WNBA, that people believe and people have believed that the WNBA players are wanting more than what they're worth. And that's completely not fair. Because the one big thing I've heard, D-Wade, was, have a better product, play better. But I'm looking at it like, compared to what?
Yeah.
When you look at, because you can't compare it to men, that's not fair, right? But they're the best professional basketball team in the whole world since 1992, before there was a WNBA. 1992 was the last time the women did not win a gold medal, right? The last time a men lost was in 2004. Okay. In the prime heart of the Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, all them years, right? And they lost, then won a bronze medal. And of course, they came back with a redeemed team back in 2008, and they took off from then. But before there was a WNBA, the women has not lost. They're the best, and their games are, I mean, they blow them out. There's no close games when it comes down to women, right? They're the best women's basketball program on the planet.
In the world,
In the world. So when people say they got to get better, they can't get no better. The problem is, the He-Man Woman Haters Club are blocking or hating or throwing out false narratives according to what, because at the end of the day, that's all it is men hating women and don't want to see women succeed. And maybe that's stretching to some people's imagination, but that is true and factual to a lot of the people. They just don't, they just don't see the women in sports as equal, especially when it comes down to basketball, right? Right. Because this is something that's easy to do. The name of the game is put the ball in the basket. You know what I'm saying? And women do it at a high level just as well as the men. Go ahead,
Yeah, for sure. Now, having said all that, and I agree 110% on everything you said, at the end of the day, this is not like a career corporate America job, okay? If you're a male in corporate America USA and you're the president, CEO, and you make gazillions of dollars, and a woman can take that same position at that corporate America USA at that same level, she deserves to make the same amount, gazillions of dollars, okay? Because the money's there. Hey, what's up, Sean, big 06 daddy? What's up? Okay, because that's all equal. If you're an airline pilot, you're a man, and you want to be an airline pilot as a woman, you should make the same amount. I get it. But at the end of the day, it's not because the men's game is better. It's because, like J-Dub said, EC, there's just more viewership and there's more money being spent and more arenas are selling more tickets at a higher price. So there's just more change in the pot to get. So whatever that means. But hopefully as we continue to grow this WNBA, and it is at a great pace, they'll be able to keep getting what they deserve to get, because the game is phenomenal. If you tell me, don't forget what you're going to say.
No.
If you tell me that you love basketball and you're not watching WNBA, you're a liar. And you
Yeah.
sit on a throne of lies. Okay.
With sharp needles up here,
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
The one thing I've been stressing this from day one, and I'm going to say it every single chance I get when I talk about the WNBA. The reason why the WNBA has failed is not because of the women playing basketball. I want you guys to understand that, because basketball is basketball. If college, because somebody said this before, well, it's not professional. College is not professional. You got the college basketball making more money than women's professional basketball, right? You got high school teams bringing in more revenue than professional WNBA teams.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Preach.
So it's about the business model. Because when this thing started in 2007, when they was laying down the framework, in 1997, they was laying down the framework, they wanted every WNBA team to have a direct link to an NBA team. Basically, this is like, okay, we're 100% dedicated to our NBA team. Oh, now we got this little sophomore team over here we're going to throw a little money at and have somebody working in the computer room manage this team, right? And that didn't work. And all of a sudden now they decided, you know what, and I think that was in 2002, 2003, they said, you know what, let's open this up to independent investors. Let people just buy these teams out, right? And so now about 40% of the league are not owned by a WNBA NBA franchise. 40% is, but the like other 42%, then you still have some like investment groups for that other 13%, 17%, right? So the business model is wrong. You can't treat the WNBA like NBA team. You can't force these women to play, and like J-Dub said, in a 18,000-foot arena and then get mad when you got to spend all this money for lights and cameras and all this stuff like that, and you can't put butts in the seats. Yeah. If you take the book out of the Unrivaled, they created a nice little family, fun, friendly, close, intimate arena that they can sell out, right? And then they can get, and then they don't cost as much as a big old 18,000-foot, 18,000-seater stadium, right? The business model is wrong, right? You have to grow into it. When the NBA started, they wouldn't have these massive stadiums like they have right now. They had small, intimate stadiums. They had convention center arenas. They had all these small little things. These teams have to earn their way up until being able to afford and make business sense to have these big, 1,000-seat arenas, right? But you can't start the women off that same way, right? You got to start them off small, right? You know what I'm saying? Put them in arenas, you know what I'm saying? Sell it out. Let the energy be there, right? That way you don't have to spend so much money on lights and cameras and and all this, and people got to clean up all this stuff.
Oh yeah. Jonathan, I believe the ladies need to completely separate from the NBA. Maybe it's the shadow. I don't know. It's not the product. Man, Jonathan, you make a good point.
I 1,000% agree, and that's all I've been saying.
I would love to separate both of them, and so you make a great point. Thanks for sharing that.
And what that does, and before we move on, it is the shadow of the NBA that a lot of people are stressing over, right? Because it's like, this is not quite like the NBA because it's the WNBA, right?
Right.
But when you separate and let them become their own entity, right? Now you have people like Kevin Durant and people like Trae Young will go and sit down courtside of an rival game. And some of the other guys will go and sit down courtside of a rival game, showing their support, right? Because when people see a LeBron James or anybody's guys at the game, they want to be in and know, hey, he's there. I want to go. Like, what's so important about him being there that I need to be there, right? That's the support that Lisa Leslie was trying to tell the guys, LeBron James, Maverick Carter, and that old knucklehead Draymond Green, and Draymond put his foot in the mouth. He said, you guys need to support us more. And Draymond went on a little binge and thought, we support y'all. No, you don't.
Right.
No, you don't, Draymond.
Yeah.
Because support is support. Y'all in the off season, support is like showing up to at a minimum of 30% of their games.
Oh, forget that, dude.
He
needs to be a season ticket holder.
Yeah.
And if he didn't want to go every night, give his tickets to a friend or a family member or a neighbor or somebody. Those guys can afford to be season ticket holders, and they need to be. Maybe innovative with camera angles during broadcast. I don't know, but it's something they need. I think that's going to continue to improve, Jonathan. I think they're going to continue to grow that part of the business as well. Because if you watch the Unrivaled, there's more stuff to watch versus watching the 3-on-3 tournament.
the interviews that they have on the sidelines, right? You see the guys, they don't really interview the players and stuff like that. But once again, if you let the women do it, the women, they don't mind getting interviewed in the middle of a game. They don't mind, watching even like some of the stuff, the pregame stuff they show the WNBA, watching Natasha Cloud dance with the little mascot in New York. You know what I'm saying? And so there's so much that's going on with the women that they don't get this, that we don't see if you're not watching. They're actually doing it, right? But what the one thing the men can do is get on their platform and tell the world to go watch the WNBA.
Yep.
Because if they don't do that, Draymond
100%.
Green and all you other guys that don't mention who got these podcasts, then you're a part of the He-Man's Woman Hater Club, and we can move on.
Hey,
March Madness is here. We're in the thick of it. D-Way, what you about to say before we move on?
I'm ready to move on, but I got to say one thing that I thought was interesting, because we touched on this several weeks ago on the show. I'm over the other side of the world, okay, in the land down under, Melbourne, Australia, Sydney, Australia, doing my thing with my family. Guess who were the two out of all the professional sports franchises in the world? Does anybody want to guess who the two most teams and jerseys that I saw people wearing on the regular, like daily, multiple people, multiple times throughout the 10 days we were there? Anybody want to take a shot at it?
We know the Cowboys.
Believe it or not, they weren't, because they don't, football, NFL, American football is not big over there.
Oh, so you talking about basketball?
I'm talking about,
Oh, somebody's leaving a comment who's saying this is, well, we already said, he said the Lakers, but we already said the Dallas Cowboys. The Lakers.
Come on, guys.
If it is basketball, is it college or is it NBA or which one?
No, it's NBA. So first of all, Jonathan, you're spot on at the Lakers. I saw the more Lakers jerseys, more Kobe Bryant, more LeBron James jerseys over there. And then the other one, you guys are going to be mad at yourself, both of y'all, Jonathan and UEC.
Dallas, the Mavericks?
The GOAT.
Oh, Jordan?
Oh my gosh. I saw so many Bulls and Jordan jerseys over there. But I would say Lakers, LeBron and Kobe were 2-1. Okay.
So you didn't see no EC22 FairWeather Fan jersey over there?
It was crazy. I didn't. And I was looking. I saw a couple in the trash can.
Come on, you goddamn Australians. We got to get our reach across the streets, man. We got overseas, man. I told you
to hook a brother up with some birds so I can start repping. But yeah, Jonathan, I thought that was cool that mostly Lakers and a lot of obviously Chicago Bulls stuff. So, but no, I didn't see really any. I saw one guy with a Dolphins jersey on, but they're trash. So, but let's move on, bro. Let's move on.
All right, let's keep it rolling. March Madness is here. And listen, we have already got through to the Sweet 16, man. But I'm telling you right now, man, that's some crazy stuff. We got a comment coming in. Jonathan said, Wilt Chamberlain jersey. Oh, about the Lakers. Yeah. Man, we got to talk about some of the Sweet 16 action we had out there, man. And I mean, not Sweet 16, but the round number 2.
Yeah. 32.
Before we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it because the things out there I like, things I did not like. Starting with things I did not like is this Kansas and St. John game. Let's go ahead and talk about it, man. All you St. John's fans out there, we get it. We get it. I get it. But I'm upset.
I'm more
Since
upset.
when do we let a Big East team beat a Big 12 team? I don't understand.
I'm more upset. And I'm not trying to take anything away from St. John's. I'm a big Rick Pitino guy. I'm not going to take anything away from the kid that made that last second shot. But two things. Number one, he did nothing the entire game. Okay, that's the first thing. Number two, that was the most acrobatic prayer of a shot. That ball had eyes. He could shoot that same off-balance, acrobatic, eyes closed shot 10 times, and he might make it 3 times. So was it luck? Pretty low percentage shot to how he shot it. So, and I've been up in my feelings because I like obviously Big 12. I like Kansas. Like Coach Self.
Right.
That one stung, Eric. That one stung.
My problem with this whole play, number one, so obviously the game plan for Kansas was to make them go to catch the ball in the backfield. That was the game plan, to catch the ball in the backcourt, right? But still, the way they did it was the guy that's guarding the out of bounds player guy, he is given an angle that's going towards the middle of the court in the back. He's playing that zone between the middle of the court and the baseline to force him to throw the ball into the backcourt.
Mm-hmm.
Which I get it. But with 3 seconds left on the clock, if you're going to play man, because everybody else is playing man, I don't understand why he didn't play man, why he's not up on the inbound guy, forcing him to bat at bad angles, right? Yeah. Number two, that's number one. That's bad set. Number two, I get it. Because they're going to let him catch the ball in the backcourt, I don't understand with the guy who caught the ball, who made the shot, he's standing about a foot in front of the three-point line of the opponent. That's how far backcourt he was.
Mm-hmm.
The guy guarding him is standing a foot in front of the three-point line. I mean, the half court.
Yeah.
That's too much space. And when you know in basketball, when you got to play backwards, the guy with the momentum going forward has the better advantage. 100%. So you got to get up on this guy to force him to take away that first step and that momentum. He did not do that. You think 3 seconds is a long time or a short amount of time? But the way he caught the ball and took off in 3 seconds and got all the way to the basket and scored, man. Number three, and the most important one, Coach D-Way, this is the reason why we try to teach young men how to play defense.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the deal. You got to play defense with your feet.
Mm-hmm.
You can't play defense with your hand. I know in the world of sports right now, we want to try to steal the ball. We want to try to block shots. We want to try to sit around and put our hands on the player, hand checking and give a little physical contact. Listen, all that's part of the game. But if you're not doing the fundamentals, we need to teach kids, tie your hands behind your back and keep the guy in front of you.
Ooh, I remember that drill. Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Move your feet. Because they do not want to foul, because they don't want to send them to the line and give you free shot. Mm-hmm. But you got to, the attitude is like, man, you know the play is me versus you.
Yeah.
And the mindset about like, you got 3 seconds to beat me and you catch the ball, you're not going to do it.
Yeah.
You're not. He was not supposed to get to that point, right?
Yeah.
That is bad. But go ahead, Coach.
Let me tell you something else along that same play. Okay, you touched the nerve, so now you're gonna make me go get a little cray here.
Deep.
Here's what happened. After all of what you just said, they still could have managed, but both defenders on that side of the floor did not sag down to stop the penetration. Nope. Okay, if you beat me with a 3-point shot, by gosh, you beat me. Okay, I can live with that. But I'm not gonna let you take the ball all the way to the rim and beat me, because I'm gonna have those two. I played this back 3 times. Every time I played it back, I got madder. You asked my wife. I said, "Honey, why did those two guys run out to?" Because that's exactly what Rick Pitino wanted those guys to do.
Exactly.
And they took the bait. Those two guys, if they would have just sagged back and made that guy kick that ball back out to the 3-point line, we may be having a different conversation right now.
Guess what, D-Wade? You ain't got enough time to take a shot.
That's what I'm saying.
Force him to pass that ball. You got 3 seconds. He's already catching the ball in the backcourt.
Elementary school fundamentals.
When you catch the ball in the backcourt, and you already put your foot on the ground and your head to the ground and dive, there is no other. That ball has to stay in your hand. You cannot pass that ball. You cannot. So the guys you have the guy that's in front, and then your 2 help guys, they sit back and let.
So having said all of that, you're getting the blood pressure up. Kansas doesn't deserve to move on because they couldn't make one play down there.
No.
And St. John's does deserve to move on because they made the play. So there you go.
And then here's another stat. When you start talking about that, in most statistical categories, Kansas won in field goal percentage from the 3-point and the free throw, right? Rebounds, right? About even with assists. But there's one statistical category that cost them the game. 18 turnovers and 16 points off of turnovers.
Thank you.
Thank you. come down to the last play or not, y'all shouldn't have been in that position. 18 turnovers equal to 16 points off the turnovers. That is bad for a Big 12 team. That is unacceptable for a Big 12 team, especially a Big 12 team that's been there. You know what I'm saying? Brad Self and all, you fix it, sir. I know you don't know if you're coming back or not, but fix it. If you don't come, you need a great success. Otherwise, you got to go to the ACC with all that nonsense. This is not Big 12 basketball that I come to know. Next game. Oh, my God. D-Wade, you got some explaining to do, sir.
Yes, I do.
Your favorite to win it all.
Yes,
dropped out in the second round to Iowa. What happened?
Man, I had Florida. Of course, you guys heard me talk the last. I had Florida in all my brackets, winning it all, every bracket. And hey, those boys from up in Iowa, man, they tough. Oh, those old corn-fed country boys up there in Iowa. They tough.
Man, listen. Last week's show, the question was asked, which number one seed team will probably be the first to have an early exit. And I picked Florida for only one reason. They won it last year.
Mm-hmm.
The pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the team that was going to be in front of them was better. I was thinking they're going to make it to the Elite Eight and not make it to the Final Four.
Okay.
They didn't even get to that point. They got knocked out in the second round. That's embarrassing.
Well, it's a combination of Iowa is one of the better kept secrets. We're going to get to U of H in a minute.
Yeah,
Iowa's one of the better kept secrets in the tournament. They got some kids that can ball, dude, and they understand their roles and they understand how to get it done.
Yep.
And teamwork always outwins, And Florida didn't play their best game, and Iowa played awesome. So, man, kudos to the Hawkeyes. I ain't mad at you. If Florida just couldn't get it done, so whatever that means. What'd you think about it?
He is not as good as we thought they were.
Yeah.
All right, Nebraska and Vanderbilt, another ACC team, man. Listen, this was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
This game right here had that. This is the shot, the back foot, throw it off, it goes in the basket. This is the one that I had so many questions on this game right here because I wanted Vandy to win. I don't always root for an SEC team, but I was rooting for these guys to beat the Cornhuskers because it's something about that Cornhusker name I don't like. But here's what it is, right? See, y'all understand the momentum and what I am as a FairWeather fan. I have crazy reasons why I either root or don't root for teams, right? It ain't about X and O's. It's about sometimes your mascot,
Yeah.
D-Man said the Hawkeyes have no superstar, total team. And see now.
I don't know if I agree with that.
They don't have any household names. They don't have like the Darius Acuff Jr. or the kid from Kansas. They got what's that? I forget his name.
Strider. What's his name? Strider. What?
Darian something. I forget. Darian kid from Kansas. You know what I'm saying? The kid who probably be number 2 and number 3 coming out. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know how far that's gonna. I don't know how far that's gonna last for them. You dig what I'm saying? Because we already know when it comes down to this type of play, you're going to have that one player that's going to have to show that he's undeniable. And like I say, them beating Florida I ain't going to say it was lunch meat, but it was. But they're going to have to play a little bit better to come to go further in this league. Let's see here. Darian Peterson is the guy I'm talking about.
No,
Darian Peterson from Kansas. That's the guy who stand out. So.
Hey, this kid right here is a stud. Bennett Sturts.
Bennett Sturts?
Yeah, he's their best player. He plays the 2 guard, and he's a stud. And then they got another kid. The other guard is Tavion Banks is a player. The kid that hit the big 3 in the corner there.
Yeah.
Alvaro Folgueras. So they got some kids. And Bennett Sturts is going to be a household name before it's all said and done. That kid's going to be able to play at the next level. I'm surprised you don't know who he is,
Who from Iowa?
Yeah.
He's not a Big 12 team.
Okay, well, that's true. That's true.
I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all see how this goes with me, right? Moving on to the next team.
Well, hang on. One last thing before we do that.
Yeah.
Even having said all that about Florida and Iowa, Florida didn't get a shot off.
No.
They had 4.5 seconds left, and they didn't even get a shot off. That's unacceptable.
Coaching.
Okay, they lost
situational awareness.
What did they lose? 73-72, I believe it was. And you got the ball with 4.5 seconds, and you don't even get a shot off. That's what happened to Houston last year. Do you remember that last year?
Yeah,
Same kind of thing. That's unacceptable. The ball has to get to the rim so you can have somewhat of a chance. It's like I always say in golf, every putt that doesn't get to the hole never goes in.
Well,
when you're playing golf and you're putting, if you putt a ball and it doesn't get to the hole, it'll never go in. So in basketball, at the end of the game, you have the ball and you have a chance to hit the game-winning shot. You don't even get the ball in the air.
It's this little thing that ticks in your heart. You got to believe it. You got to want it, right?
Yeah.
We saw that with St. John's and Kansas, right?
Yeah.
When they saw man defense, the guy said, "I'm getting to this cup.
Yeah.
Either he gonna foul me or I'm getting a bucket," and he meant it.
Mm-hmm.
That's heart.
Mm-hmm.
Florida didn't have no heart. The number one team.
Oh, why you gotta say it like that for? Oh man, you're making me sick.
I'm sorry, man, but it's what it is. The Longhorns beat the Zags. What? From play-in to Sweet 16. What in the world is this? Now, and y'all, and I gotta say it because some of you guys gonna ask me. That was not a fluke. BYU just wasn't as good as we thought they were.
Mm-hmm.
So it was to nobody's surprise that either one of those players
as good as you and D-Man thought they were. Okay, don't say we.
Well, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, because I was drinking the BYU Kool-Aid. I was drinking the BYU.
Y'all were drinking the Mormon Kool-Aid.
Yeah, we were. But when the tourney started and I started looking and diving into stats, and all they got is AJ Bedesta, right? I mean, a few other players, but yeah, it was no surprise to me that I said I don't think they're going to make out the first round. and they did, and they didn't. They didn't make out the first round. They got beat by the Longhorns, right? So that's a great job there. And now all the way to the Sweet 16. And I'm thinking possibly more. I think they can get to the Elite Eight. I really do.
The eyes of Texas are upon you all the live long day. That's coming from an Aggie.
But you're talking about Gonzaga. This is what we consider the first upset because now Texas is the only double-digit seeding team that's left in the tourney. And Gonzaga, I mean, what's up with the Zags?
The madness. Okay, here's what's up.
Okay.
Everybody was betting on Zaga based on their previous year's success.
Okay.
That team wasn't a typical Gonzaga team that we've watched for the last 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 years. They were good, but they weren't what we're used to seeing out of them. Okay.
I can dig it.
And so I think they were a little overrated, overranked. And I think Texas was a little bit better than what people thought. So, and y'all gonna think this is crazy. That's one of the few upset games that I picked right in my bracket. So,
woo.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't.
Yeah, I didn't have Texas. I didn't have Texas getting past the second round. I knew they would get past the first round.
I was all over Texas Tech, and that you see where that got me. And
yeah,
but I picked the Horns over BYU. I didn't think they would beat the Zags. Texas played D, very impressive. What's up, Z man?
Yeah, they did. They found that identity. That's the thing about it. When you get into these type of tournaments, like this is a long tournament, right? It's long, but it's quick, right? Because sometimes you play back to back, you know what I'm saying? And so you have to find your identity quick. You know what I'm saying? And and like I said, in a win or go home situation, this ain't like the NBA to where you got series to go through, right? This is win or go home. But you get 2 halves. You got to figure out your identity in the first half and then keep it pushing, right? Find something that works. That's what Florida didn't do. So.
Yeah, 100%. So But hey, good for Texas. We got a Texas team, and we got a couple of Texas teams still in it. University of Houston. You and I say it every year, and we're going to continue to say it. You're not ever going to change my mind.
Yeah.
Kelvin Sampson will go down as one of the greats to ever do it.
Facts.
Okay, of all time. And all his teams do, every place he's coached at, is win and go deep every year in tournaments. So
they win and do what? And they win no matter what.
There you go. Yeah.
Let's move on to the women's side, man. Notre Dame versus Ohio State, man. Listen, if I can do a come to the class, I'm not, because I'm not ready to do that right now. But if there was a come to the class, it'd be one Olivia Miles. Where were you?
Yeah.
Y'all won in overtime, and I get it, but man, see, this Olivia was upset towards the end of the game, frustrated. But Olivia, you can be upset at the end of the game. But my question is, where were you at the start of the game?
Mm-hmm.
And it seemed like you was getting in the rhythm. It seemed like you played lackadaisical. It seemed like you wasn't even always there, right? You were deferring the offense to some of your teammates, which this is it.
Yeah.
There's no bigger name in Notre Dame. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I got the wrong game. Please forgive me, y'all. Sorry, this is not the game I was talking about. Notre Dame, I'm sorry. This was a great game.
TCU Washington, right?
I was thinking about TCU Washington. See, Olivia Miles, you got me messed up. But no, our girl, our girl, Hannah Hidalgo. I'm so sorry, y'all.
There you go.
This is the game I'm talking about. This is the game I've been wanting to see for Hannah Hidalgo. She played with passion. She played with energy. This was the difference between them and this Ohio State team. And there's some other players. Matter of fact, I can call them out because we're not going to bring them up. But Flo J. Johnson, her passion that she had when she was playing in that game, the way she was jumping all over the floor, you know what I'm saying, going out there getting the bag. And we don't want to talk about Maddie Book over in Texas getting 40 points on them girls, you know what I'm saying? Even though these are blowout games, but it's that level of energy and passion you have to have, right? In a close game like this Ohio game, well, it started out close but didn't end that way. But you got to have that passion through and through. This type of energy takes you to the next level because your opponents are only get harder and harder and harder. So that's the reason why I highlight this game, because I loved what Hannah Hidalgo brought in this type of game. I didn't expect them to get to the 6v16. I didn't.
Right there with you.
But now I'm thinking, okay, maybe they can push the needle a little bit further if they keep the same energy, right? So, it's a long off period before they got to go play again. So we're going to see, can they keep that same energy? Now, Olivia Miles.
Thank you.
Stay in the back of the class.
And put your head down on your desk.
Overtime win, I get it. Bad attitude towards the end because you didn't like the way things was going, I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
You finish the way you start.
Yeah.
You start the way you want to finish. Call up your ex-teammate, Hannah Hidalgo, and tell her what that means. You wanted to leave Notre Dame, go to TCU because with all that stuff you said, you wanted to be the person on the team. You didn't want to not live in the shadows of Hannah Hidalgo, and I get it. And you did TCU a great favor because when them leaving a girl that left from over there,
Haley Van Leef,
there was a hole left.
Oh, yeah.
And you plugged that hole in very, very well, right? Very complimentary to your teammates. But, Olivia, you're going to have to show a little bit more passion. I don't know if this is your style of play, but this bland energy is going to get you kicked out of the Sweet 16. I'm just telling you right now. So you fix it.
It's also going to get you, cause you trouble for the next level if you have any aspirations to try to play at the next level.
Facts. People going to be watching that. If you don't believe me, ask Shania Rivers. Look her up.
Oh, come on. You didn't say it. You didn't really say there.
Right. Not Shania Rivers, but Shania Sellers. She played for Maryland last year. She came into WNBA lack of energy, and she got moved to two different teams before. Now she's still trying to fight for a position. Yeah. So go ask Cheyenne Sellers. Yeah. With lack of energy. Y'all look almost alike. Y'all look like twinsies with the big goggles. I ain't trying to act, but hey, I thought she was a great player, but
and Olivia, while you're back there in the back of the room, back of the class, I got to tell you also, if you want to take this team to the next level in this tournament, you better find some of that Haley Van Leith dog in you, some of that nasty dog in you.
Facts.
And it needs to happen
Quick,
not yesterday, not last week, now. And it starts in y'all's practices, and you owe your team an apology. And I expect to see you come out and do a 360 and do completely better. So
there's this game, D-Way, right here. Minnesota versus Ole Miss. Oh, man. Listen. This game right here was hard to watch.
That's why I didn't watch much of it.
Very, very hard to watch.
Mm-hmm.
At times, I didn't know what I was watching.
Yeah.
You would think it was a highly defensive game. It wasn't.
No.
They just couldn't score.
Couldn't get the ball in the basket.
Nobody could get the ball in the basket. It felt like the game was drug out. It felt like the game was 5 hours versus usually the hour and a half, 2 hour game it's supposed to be. It felt very, very long. It got interesting towards the end, and Minnesota just wanted it more. That's all it was. They got down to a last shot. Defense needed to be played to send overtime, but all the energy in that game was down to the last minute of the game. 59.5 seconds to be exact. That's when everything kicked in. You know what I'm saying? They scored, we scored, they scored, we scored, game over. It's like, man, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? kind of like the Kansas game. You know what I'm saying? But no, congratulations to Minnesota, man, getting a chance to play in their home stadium, man. Against, dare I say it, one of those tough SEC teams.
I knew you were going to say it.
That was the most impressive part about this Minnesota win, right? It's not about, you love to see a 4 and 5 seed in these tournaments at this particular point in the second round because you're going to get an evenly matched game. Right. But a 5 seed in the SEC is different from any other team because the gauntlet they got to go through. Ole Miss, even though that was a lower seed, was the better team. But obviously they didn't tell Minnesota. So congratulations, Minnesota, get to the next one.
Yeah.
And last but not least, this is where I cry. This is where, because I don't understand it. How is our Big 12 champion losing in the second round? I don't understand it for the life of me.
Come on.
See, this is why West Virginia, take me home. Or whatever it says.
Take me home, country roads.
Yeah, that's where they're going, the country road. They're going back to West Virginia.
They're on the country road headed back to the country, yeah.
Man, I look.
That's funny.
There's nothing to say about disappointing. Disappointing. This is very, very disappointing. This is very, very disappointing. I don't. Very good game, to say the least. But there's a point to where I'm not gonna throw shade on Kentucky. Kentucky got a good squad. I'm not gonna throw. I wanted to, but I gotta give credit where credit due. Kentucky got a very, 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 very good squad over there. I just, this is where emotions get the best of me. Any betting man would have probably figured it to be a game like this between the 4 and the 5. But I just felt like, I'm Big 12 champion. Come on, man. Y'all gotta win this game. And they messed up my bracket. So I'm sick of y'all.
Oh, okay. Now the truth is coming out. Okay, gotcha.
Hey, so now let's get into some let's look at the preview for the Sweet 16 and just kind of give an idea. Let's go back to the men's bracket, D-Way.
Do you want to touch on the Louisville Alabama game, which I didn't see?
Oh, I had it down. I didn't even go over it. My bad. Yeah. I'm sorry. I had it down.
You have to give the viewers, because I didn't get to see that one.
I got to go pull up my notes real quick. Do I have the game down here? Oh, yeah. It said I didn't have it on my ticker. But yes, Louisville and Alabama, man. Once again, all the negativity or media attention surrounding Louisville. One of their players made some comments, and then one of the players did all this nonsense surrounded the team. Didn't stop them from going out there and executing what they need to do.
Yeah,
came down to a heartbreaker. Like that second round for women's has been crazy because you had some blowouts. But then you had these close games, like the ones we just mentioned, you know what I'm saying? Like the this game, Alabama, Louisville. You start talking about the Kentucky and the West Virginias, those games. You start talking about the Minnesota and Ole Miss, all these close games. The second round was very, very entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Even, we can go ahead and throw up to the other team that was, like I say, like we already talked about that team, but yeah, Alabama women's basketball team surprised me this year.
Yeah.
Because when you look at the LSUs, the South Carolinas, the Vanderbilts, the Ole Misses, you don't think about Alabama succeeding as a great basketball team. They showed us some lights of it last year with the young lady that played for Chicago that came out of Alabama. I can't think of her name right now, but she came out as a point guard when Vanderbilt got hurt. When West End got hurt.
Yeah.
But I just had her name in mind and I just lost it. But Barker, actually, Sarah Asher Barker. Sarah Asher, she was with the Los Angeles team. She was with the Sparks. And so she gave them a lot of lift. If you watched her last year, she put that team on their back as long as she could, and she couldn't do it no more. And now I didn't think that team was gonna make it back with her gone, but they found some pieces to plug in, got themselves to a number 3 seed in the SEC, which is hard to do with all that talent. And then, I think they just gassed out because Louisville ain't no punk, man. Louisville got some ballers over there.
What are those two? What's Alabama, Louisville? Where were they seeded in the tournament? You have it in front of you there somewhere?
Yeah, 3 and 6.
Okay.
So Alabama was 6 seed, Louisville was 3 seed. So you expect Louisville to win, obviously the higher seed, but not so much. Once again, Once again, the SEC teams, women's basketball is supposed to be better than any other division out there, right? Because UConn is slated to win it all, and they playing the worst division in during ball basketball. That Big East is terrible. Other than UConn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the reason why I don't got them winning all. But man, I mean, they have some good players out there, man, for Alabama, man. I'm looking for them to come back next year and bounce back.
Same thing with Kentucky. I mean, so.
Oh yeah. But Carly Weathers, man, she's gonna be the real deal. She's gonna be the real deal. So expecting her to come back. Well, no, she's not. She's a senior. I'm looking at the thing right now. I didn't realize she was a senior. Well, shoot, they're gonna be struggling next year then if their best players going out. So let's go into the Sweet 16 overview, man. Listen, starting out with the men's selection. Men's Sweet 16. Duke versus St. John. Woo! Wow.
Yeah.
This is not a Cinderella story when it comes down to St. John's. It's not. I predicted St. John's to go for because I felt like, them from the Big East. I felt like there was a better team from the Big East over UConn. And so, but no, here they are. They're going against Duke. Duke is to some people supposed to win it all.
Mm-hmm.
With the Boozer kid. They didn't look good that first game, the first round. They looked very terrible. And then they came back and really did their thing in the second round. Now they got to play this St. John team who's hot. D-Wade, Duke could be going home.
No, 100%. No.
Dude,
dude, you're all over it right now. And actually, at this point in the tournament, any of the higher or the better teams can be going home right now.
Yeah.
Okay. If you don't bring your A game, if Duke comes in there and kind of plays a half-ass, first half.
Yeah.
And St. John starts thinking that, hey, we can win this thing.
Yeah.
You don't want your opponent to start thinking, hey, we can win this thing.
Right.
You got to take their will to win out of them in the first half.
Exactly.
If you let that game go deep into the second half, Duke, shame on them. And you're right. St. John's rolling. Rick Pitino has been there, done that, knows how to get it done, knows how to motivate his kids. And so, Duke, you better bring your A++ game.
Yeah. All right, then. Michigan State versus UConn.
Why did I think UConn got beat the other day? I guess not. Okay.
No, they still in it. They still in it. I'm going with Coach Izzo. I'm going with Michigan State. I think the Spartans are going to pull this one out. I didn't think the men's UConn team would get this far, but they squeaked another win. I know they're number 2, but like I say, I think this is going to be a good game. I got Michigan State going in this game.
Hey, right there with you.
Okay,
I'm not betting against Tom Izzo. Not in this situation. No. And Michigan State's been good all year. They've been solid all year. They played a really good schedule all year. I think this UConn team is very similar to what we were talking about earlier about Gonzaga. They're not UConn's not that UConn team that we've seen the last 4 or 5 years. No disrespect. It's just, some years you're better than you are other years. And I think this is a year where they're good, but they're not great, if I can say it that way.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I like Michigan State also.
Okay, cool. The Cornhuskers versus the Hawkeyes.
I already know you're not doing anything that's got a Cornhusker.
I'm an Avengers fan, so I like Hawkeye.
Yeah.
An Avengers. So
Man, there's always one team in the tournament that there's that one game that they win that propels them all the way to the Final Four.
Yeah.
So Iowa, just like St. John's, are starting to believe. What's Z-Man got for us?
Zuby number 24 from
St. John is a beast. Duke's going home. Hey, Z-Man, we're right there with you. Right there with you, brother. You out there in Little Elm. Shout out to the Little Elm Lobos that won the men's and boys state high school basketball championship here a couple weeks ago. And that's the pride and the home of one Mr. Simba, who said he's going to be on the show maybe next week. So, but yeah, and Z-Man, you don't know anything about Duke, and so you just keep mowing the grass or whatever it is you're doing out there in the backyard.
Zuby Ejiofor, as he says his name. He took it to him. That kid's gonna be hard to beat. I mean, he's a seasoned veteran. You know what I'm saying? When I say that, it's his senior year. He's been there. He's a great leader for that team, right? And he looks relatively better than he did the last previous years, right? He just seems like he's older and mature, so maybe that's the reason why they're doing a thing with him leading them over there.
Yeah, let's get to the rest of us. I want to hear about a couple. I want to hear you.
All right, so I got Iowa coming out of that. Illinois and Houston. This is Houston's toughest match yet.
Mm-hmm.
This right here is going to determine. I mean, obviously, if they lose, they won't make it to the finals, right? But it's how they play against this Illinois team will determine their identity. If they can bring it to this team right here, they can go out. Because this right here, I believe, is their hardest matchup on the schedule. I don't care who they face, whether it be UConn or Duke, anybody else. I don't care. This right here, this is determining the game right here. If they can beat this Illinois team, and I'm talking about beat them pretty good, this is going. As I watch this game, I'm looking for a lot out of Houston. I'm looking for a lot out of them. This can't be no grimy, two-half game coming down to the last minute. This got to be, I'm going to put my foot in your mouth and show that you don't belong.
Come on.
Because in order for you to win it all, this is where you got to start blowing teams out in the Sweet 16.
This needs to be Cougar style, 40 minutes of hell, pound the glass on both ends of the floor, and just physically beat them up. Having said that, the one team I believe that's stayed under the radar the entire year and the entire tournament, and they've been nobody knows anything about them, is this Illinois team.
Yeah.
So I'm nervous. I'm nervous about this.
Yeah. Let's fast forward through these real quick. Somebody call up Brandon Marshall and tell him the Arkansas is going on to a Big 12 team.
He's playing pickleball. I don't get his pickleball game.
But text him when he get off the pickleball court. I need to hear him say, "Hey, your team is going home next week." So against Arizona, the number 1 seed. So Texas versus Purdue. Texas Longhorns. Listen, it's been great. Hook 'em horns, but Purdue. Boilermakers. They sending y'all home. Let's call it what it is.
Let's back up for half a second.
Okay.
And I want to hear you and Z-Man, because I've been listening to Z-Man talk about how great Arizona is. Is Arizona really that good?
Arizona is really that good.
Okay.
Arizona is really that good.
Because I haven't got to see them play all year.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, because I'm looking forward to seeing them this weekend.
You're gonna see them.
Okay.
And make sure you call up B.
Brandon?
Marshall and let him know that
Yeah.
Steve's going home. Michigan versus Alabama. That's going to be probably the best game we're going to be watching all week long. In the Sweet 16. I'm still rooting for number 1 seed Michigan to go through to win that game. And then Tennessee and Iowa State. I'm sorry, SEC teams, but you're playing against the Cyclones, which is a Big 12 team. You know what that means? You go home.
Is Tennessee? Make sure I'm not wrong here. Isn't Tennessee? Isn't that where Rick Barnes is? The head coach. Let me double check that.
Yeah, double check that real quick. I don't know
because if so, I'm a big Rick Barnes guy, and if Rick Barnes, coach, let me see. I think he's at Tennessee. Yeah, he's at Tennessee. I'm picking Tennessee. I'm picking Tennessee. Who they playing?
They're playing against the Cyclones, Iowa State.
Yeah, no. Tennessee's gonna. Rick Barnes is gonna figure it out and get it. Yeah, so that's the only one you and I really differ on.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
That's
well,
because
at least on the show it'll be right either way.
That's because you and me both are hate. That's because you hate on SEC over Big 12. So
except when it comes to women's. Women's is going to be just a run through of the Sweet 16. We expect UConn to take care of North Carolina. We expect that, right? Yeah. Vanderbilt and Notre Dame. I'm looking at Vanderbilt's young guard, Michaela Blakes, versus a seasoned Hannah Hill doggo. I'm going with Notre Dame.
I'm going Notre Dame just because they've been there, done that.
Yeah. Now the Vanderbilt squad, but I think this freshman who's leading their team, I think it's going to be a bit too much for her at this point in the Sweet 16. Okay. I think the emotion going to be high. I think she's going to be, it's going to be hard to control the emotion. I'm going with that. And in Oklahoma versus OU, the way y'all played OU yesterday, y'all luckily if because this is get back. Y'all beat South Carolina in the middle of the season. And Coach Dunn came out and said the reason why they lost because that team played and we didn't play well. We didn't play. The way they've been putting belt to this tourney, and the way y'all played last, Aaliyah Boston, I know you're freshman. But Aaliyah Chavez, I know you're freshman, but you're gonna have to start connecting. If you got that much liberty to shoot, you need to start making a lot more of those shots because if I don't care about my field goal position, had a face to it, it'd be Aaliyah Chavez. She don't care. She'll jack it from me.
Yeah.
Right. You can't play that against a disciplined team in South Carolina. Joyce Edwards is playing mad.
Yeah,
he's playing angry, mad, and aggressive.
And really the difference maker there is Coach Dawn Staley. I mean, I'm not
absolutely.
I'm rooting for her always. So she's a winner.
Absolutely.
So
TCU versus Virginia. Listen, TCU, if you ain't fix it, hey, this Virginia team is a sleeper. Y'all should be able to handle them easily. But we said that the last round.
Olivia, you heard us. We've had our talk. So make it right. Fix it.
Now this UCLA. Now Minnesota. The way you guys played yesterday. Let me tell you something about UCLA. They can score. Lauren Betts can score.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have nothing on y'all squad. Not even close resemble the size that can guard Lauren Betts.
Right.
So be afraid. Be very afraid. Y'all are going home. Texas and Kentucky, man. Listen, Texas should show Kentucky that there's levels to this game. Duke versus LSU. Oh, we got Karen Lawson versus our girl.
That's a 2 and a 3.
Who's the coach of LSU? Kim Karen Lawson versus two highly emotional women. I don't know where this Karen Lawson has been my whole life, but if she is out of control on that sideline. Oh my! Yeah, and I love it.
Is she the one that came from? I'm drawing a blank here. So she hadn't been there forever, has she?
No. She's really got job. No, she was a long-time commentator. Like when it comes down to the sports stuff like that, long-time commentator, man. Yeah. Finally got a chance to coach and coach Duke, man. Man, she is doing a phenomenal job with this team, right? And, Kim Mulkey, she's a passionate coach. Carol Lawson has got that team, man, to where they need to be. This is going to be a great game, but I don't see passion on the floor, Carol Lawson. I see it on the sideline.
Mm-hmm.
But when you start talking about Floyd J. Johnson being a direct resemblance to Kim Mulkey from on the court and on the sideline, you can't find a better height than them two.
Yeah.
I mean, through all the trials and tribulations they've been through together, man, listen, Flo J is playing out of control.
Mm-hmm.
She's got to be stopped. She need to get checked. Her energy level is way low. So good luck on that one. And then Louisville versus Michigan. God, I want to root for Michigan so bad because I don't like the direct. I don't like the approach. I don't like the controversy coming out of Louisville. I don't like the things they've done in Louisville. But at the end of the day,
that's a 2 and a 3 seed, man. That should be a great game.
I'm gonna go with Michigan. I'm gonna go with Michigan.
I am going to go with the high-flying Cardinals from Louisville.
Hey, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
There you have it, folks. We got all the way through it, man. Listen, one last thing I want to bring out, man. The women's FIBA team, the World Cup team, man, is finished. They finished 5-0. And just like we told you guys, man, there is no beef between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. They played phenomenal. Overall rating, Caitlin Clark was number 1. Leading in scoring was Kalia Copper. Leading in rebounds was obviously Angel Reese. Leading in blocks was Monique Billingsley. And leading in steals, I think, was Ryan Howard. So there you have it, folks, man. They played a rail-rounded game. I didn't think this was a great assembled team. But, man, they're just so much better than the rest of the world. And there's no disrespect to the key players I was questioned about was Rhea Burrell and Derek Hamby. And then even with Monique Billingsley, I was like, but man, I tell you, man, they shown that they are just that much better than the rest of the world. And because of the women don't take long to create synergy. It's a different mindset. It's like the moment they all get on the floor together, whatever storylines, whatever beefs that was ever had, all that is put in the trunk and left in the parking lot before they leave and get on the plane. Because once they get on the floor, it's all about business. You know what I'm saying? The people in the nasty social media world tried to come up with some stuff to bring distractions, talking about, there was a fight in the locker room. This is how silly it was. They were talking about that Cheryl Reeves don't have a handle of a team, but they had a picture of Carol Lawson talking about Cheryl Reeves. It was that much blatant of a lie. Like, that ain't even Cheryl Reeves. That's what y'all talking about. You know what I'm saying? Talking about they had a fight. I'm like, the nasty people are just so bad. Jonathan asked the question. He said, I figured out WTBK WNBA Jam. Hey, if you own NBA 2K, please play with the women. You won't be disappointed. They have their own league, man. It is great. I played the women's versus more than I played the men's on NBA 2K. And he said women's college games. That's how they can grow the interest. And also, but that's once again, G, you're hitting the nail in the coffin. That's how it got here. You're right. Social media. The talent has always been in WNBA, right? But when Caitlin Clark goes viral, when Angel Reese go viral, that's what started this. And now you got people like Paige Beckers that came in a year after them, right? You see the emergence of Juju Watson, whenever she get back, right? She's going to take it in there by storm. And then you're looking at people like Azzy Fudd, who's already on commercials. You know what I'm saying? And then you're throwing her teammates, Sarah Strong will be coming out the year after that. You're looking at the girl who dropped 40 in Texas, you know what I'm saying? Madison Booker, who's going to be a top 5 pick. Like, the work is already there, right? He said, I will play those myself. I learned players and teams. What do you think? Yeah, play it. Play women's college. You do it. Yeah. Do the dang thing. But that's all I have to say, guys, man. D, what you got in the last and final thoughts for the people before we log off today?
No, man. I mean, that college basketball at its all-time best. This tournament, both tournaments, men's and women's, are, if you think it's been good, just tune in now. It's getting ready to get cray-cray. As we move into this Sweet 16 and move into the Elite 8, it's going to be fun. So watch some hoops. Got MLB professional Major League Baseball cranking up next week, and that'll be fun. And always enjoy the show. And so appreciate you having me.
Yes, sir. For those who are still watching, those who be watching in rebroadcast, I'm actually going to try to create another message and send this out on another video. But listen, what makes this show fun is when you can add your 2 cents. Now, I know you say we don't always know the topics you're going to talk about, EC, and I totally understand that's fair. But these next couple of weeks, you don't have an excuse. Because we're talking about March Madness. Watch the games and bring something. Even if you don't know what we're going to talk about, when we hit a subject that you know, get into that comment section. Challenge me, challenge D-Wade, man. Throw your 2 cents. We would love to have you. And once again, if you want to be a part of this podcast, please leave a comment and I will send you the link. I can post it on Facebook, but I don't want everybody to jumping in. We have all these people trying to get in. I don't even know. But if you put in the comments, I will send you a direct message with the information to jump on live with us. We would love to have you, man. And listen, you don't have to know. Well, you do got to know sports. You got to love sports to talk about it, right? But you also got to know it, right? But don't be afraid of the camera. Don't be afraid of thinking that you don't know enough. Trust me, if you have a favorite team, if you watch any sports at any time, you can do this. I want to encourage you all, right? This is our space. We're going to take it back from the mainstream media guys. They have jumped on and took our space. We're going to take it back. This is ours. Right? But this is your boy EC22 along with Coach D-Wade and our boy up in Great Falls, Midtown, J Dub, man. Can't wait to get you back into the regular schedule program when you get through 10 Care Your Family Business over there. Do that first. We're going to always be here. But until then, man, please like, subscribe, share. But most of all, these comments, you can join the conversation. And until next Tuesday, for my boy, Coach D-Wade, thank you for Jonathan G. Thank you for Z-Man. Thank you for Sean. Thank you for Lewis Medford for jumping into the comment section, man. And for all of those, and even some Allison, Alicia Boyd, thank you guys for joining into the conversation. But until next Tuesday, for now, we are